Okay.
Okay, you stop there?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so this departure will be straight ahead. We'll climb to 2,000 feet. Once at 2,000 feet, you'll do a left-hand turn onto heading of waypoint 2. Got that selected?
Yeah, I'll select it now.
And just a sanity check, what's the range reading to that waypoint?
143.5.
Hey, firm, right, that's correct. Okay, so I'll take off first. We'll do separate departures because of the crap viz, and probably a bit of turbulence as well. So once we're above 2,000 feet, we'll do a left-hand turn, and we'll turn onto that heading and fly to the objective. We'll rejoin in midair using USA page and all that stuff. Speeds will be V1, so that's your abort speed. If something goes wrong, like an engine failure, you can stop below 105 knots. Above that, you have to go fly because you won't stop before going off the end of the runway. Rotate, that's when you pull back on the stick, is 160 knots, and V2 is 170. That's when you'll lift off the ground. It's all on the blog, but it's worth keeping that in mind. So pull back on the stick at 160. You want half flap. You want to make sure your stab's set and your FCS is reset. You want all your lights on.
Check.
Okay, I'll line up, and once I've hit the cans, if you line up as well and send it, I'll see you airborne.
Okay.
Traffic, Tricker 1 lining up runway 28 for southeastern departure.
Actually, traffic, closer departed your space to tactical.
Actually, traffic, Tricker 1, taking off runway 28, actually traffic. Also, to just double check, anti-skid should be on and hook bypass should be field.
Yep. Firm. Trigger 1, 2. I'll take off.
One will maintain 300 knots until rejoin. If you go on your SA page, zoom it into 10 miles, I should be the only aircraft there. If you hover your cursor over me and select member, it should give me a letter on datalink because we're currently not set up with datalink. One's climbing through 12,000. Trigger 2, you got me on data link?
Affirm, yeah, can see you now.
Awesome. Flight time should be somewhere in the 10-minute mark.
What altitude should we be climbing at?
Currently maintaining about, well, just climbing through 14,000 quite slowly.
Okay.
Don't forget you can use any tool you want. If you want to lock me up with radar, that's all good.
Yep, and visuals on you now.
Trigger 3 flight, feet wet, heading for waypoint 5.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're still at like 11.9 fuel.
Great.
Yeah, you have about 7,300 pounds of combat fuel, of which you'll probably use none.
Which I accounted for, but still.
Yep, I see you on radar.
Alright, 2, let's get a bit of a climb. I'm going to push the power up to mil, and I'm going to pitch for 350.
Roger.
Okay, 3, 2,
Nah, we've got
1,
stealth
mil.
mode activated.
In fact, scratch that, I'll pitch for 0.67 Mach. So just accelerate currently where you're going in mil power. Once you reach 0.67, like
Yeah.
can't just
AC
reach,
is
just
flying
pull
such
back
close
and
formation that we
maintain it.
appear as one object to you.
Roger.
Yeah, but you really do.
Okay, so at this point you want to select waypoint 3. That's roughly where the target is. We're going to fly over. We're going to put our jet in the middle of that pizza slice and press weapon release twice, and both weapons should come off and go blow things up.
Trigger 2 fly off target.
Trick 1 flight running in 40 miles to the northwest. Alright, I'm getting roughly 30 miles to target, approaching the pizza slice.
Yep.
And I've got 1 minute 43 TMR.
1 minute 47 TMR.
What's that? Sounds about right. Once these both weapons are away, we'll be left turn onto waypoint 4.
So we literally just get over this target and weapon release, no waypoint designate.
No, we've pre-planned the bombs, so the bombs already know where they want to go.
Nice.
Yeah, super handy, especially in weather like this. Buildings is kind of mainly useful for. So we don't even need to see the target, right? We just trust that the waypoint or the GPS coordinates are correct. Page where I can see my pizza slice. Just entering max range. I'm going to wait till I'm in the middle of the pizza slice and drop both weapons to give them the best chance.
Okay.
If you drop them right at the edge, there's a chance, if there's high wind, that it won't actually reach the target. Okay, centre of the pizza slice, swap and release times 2. Off left to waypoint 4.
Pickle. Off left, heading to weapon 4.
Alright, here comes the fun stuff. Point, just, yeah, should be okay.
Okay.
The way these approaches work is we descend on a constant glide slope to a minimum descent altitude, which on this approach is 490 feet. Once we reach that altitude, we're going to level off. If we don't see the runway, we'll go around and come back and try again. Hornet has ICLS, which is the carrier landing ILS. We don't have airfield ILS, so we have to fly it, basically localize it only using the TACAN beacon. And this means that our minima are typically a lot higher than an ILS approach. Alright, we'll wait till about 70 miles out. 70 miles out, we'll start a cruise descent down to, well, probably just go all the way down to 2,000. In fact, we're going to put ourselves through this cloud. It will give you an idea of just how bad the visibility gets. If you lose me, try to reacquire, don't break off immediately, but if you think you've completely lost me, then change heading by about 10-20 degrees. Climb or descend so that we don't hit each other.
Roger.
Akatori Tower, Tricky 2 flight, coming in on runway 28.
How do you find that too?
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Okay, good. So hopefully that should put us in good stead for the remainder of this descent. Right, we're 60 miles from the beacon. We're going to intercept the extended centre line, probably at something like 50 odd miles or 40 odd miles, and then we're going to descend all the way down.
Roger.
Weather's not so bad.
Trick of 1 flight, roughly 50 miles to the east, approaching for a straight-in 2-ship formation, landing on 28 Akatori. I'm going to start to come slightly left.
Akatori Tower, Tricky 2 flight is clear of runway.
Alright, nice and close. We're getting into the cloud here. I'm going to level us out, hopefully before we enter the cloud. And by level us out, I mean level wings. Okay, leveling wings now. In we go. Into the soup. I'm going to go full brightness on all the lights. Everything's up as high as it will go.
Yeah, still a visual.
You may find, if you're flying formation in a descent, that you might need to pop a bit of speed brake and then use power against the speed brake to get you a bit of better throttle performance. It's totally fine if you want to do that. They do that in the RAF.
Yep. That seems to work better, yeah. I can let the speed brake a little bit out.
Yeah, it just gives you more, because the higher the RPM the throttle is, the more responsive it is. So it's just easier to fly off a high RPM than a low RPM. It's going to get pretty dicey. You want to edge the power forward, try and stay as close as you can. And that seems scarier, but it's actually easier that way. Just stick with me. I'm going to have to pull up at some point, otherwise we are going to fly into the sea. But just follow me. If you lose me, just level off at the current altitude and use your HUD. Don't trust anything else. I have to come right just a little bit because we're a little bit left of centre line or extended centre line. Ah, we're broken through. That's nice. Still looks like there's some fog down there. We want 2,080 feet and we're going to pull it back to 250 knots. I've just blown through the altitude like a muppet. I'm going to climb back up. There we are, 2,050 feet, 250 knots. At this point you can probably put your speed brake away and should be okay.
Sabine, I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Okay, we're quite far to the left of centre line, so I'm going to keep bringing us right. And we are going to enter another bank of clouds, so this will be fun.
Okay.
Okay, before we enter this bank of cloud, we're going to put the gear down. So gear down in 3, 2, 1, gear.
Gear traveling.
I see no gear on your jet.
Yeah, sorry, I hit the wrong bloody button.
That's alright, you want to stay as close as you can. So you want to ignore the fact that you got your gear down, you're just flying it like you were before. So just ignore the fact the gear's down. Put your speed brake away, fly it nice and steadily. We're going to go half flap.
Half flaps.
Still got me?
Yep.
Coming into a gentle left-hand turn here. You want to get as close as you can. It's going to get really bad soon.
Moving in.
Going to start our descent now. We're going to go full flap. So again, don't fly it like a normal landing. You just want to fly off me formation. You just want to concentrate on that.
Come back, come back, come back. Me. Bam. Okay, you can do this.
Alright, I've got the runway in sight. Have you got it in sight?
Firm, yep.
Awesome, just hold with me. So you've got the right hand side, I've got the left hand side. Once you touch down, you want to go full idle, stick the speed brake out and tell me when you're braking. Just brake gently so you don't skid all over the place. A little bit low here, so I'm going to bring us up. Yeah, that's looking better. Okay, I'm going to land on the left, looking to land in the touchdown zone next to the Pappies. You're going to land on the right.
Roger.
A little bit of power in the flare.
Touchdown. And braking.
One's braking. Really nicely done too. That's not an easy feat, that.
Whew. Yeah, squeaky bum time that. Wow, that was brilliant.
Yeah, bad weather always makes it fun.